Basketball wives. Like, what else is going on? I can't keep watching the show where week after week it's the same thing over and over. We discussing Jackie Christie, who is not even a part of the episode again. And we are basically repeating the same thing over and over. And now we have Evelyn, who is now all of a sudden not rocking with Brandy because Brandy decided to carry or invited Jackie to her cooking, and the fact that she knows that Brooke and Jackie isn't meshing. Now, before we even get into that drama, Jennifer Williams. Now, I know that you are head over heels for this person, but to me, there are too many red flags before this wedding, and I think you are not necessarily seeing it because you like the idea of wanting to be married. And the fact that your previous persons did not go according to plan because you were either scammed by them or whatever reason might be why those didn't work out. And for this one, I would really hope that it's really real and it's love. But there are too many red flags that is popping up, and the fact that you're going above and beyond for our wedding, which to me, I don't understand. It's not your first time getting married. I don't see why you're acting like you're Kim Kardashian or Beyonce, like you have the budget for the type of wedding that you're looking to do, where clearly your fiance does not see where this money is coming in from. And you on your head look like you're living in La La Land, and you are more interested in wanting to still go forward with this wedding with that budget, with that guest list, with the amount of persons and the decor. And remember, guys, this is also being kept in Paris. So you have to think about now guests now flying over to Paris plus getting accommodations for this wedding. I would love to see if it really like works out and happens. But to me, it's like you are doing the most for a wedding where this guy now is telling you that he has $250,000 in restitution that he needs to pay because of a previous DV that he had, which again to me it screams another red flag. He is pushing it like that DV case was the judge had it out for him or something like that. And for someone like Jennifer, who has been in previous situations where she was scammed or something like that, I would have expected for her to be like, girl, run for the hills. But no, she still wants to push through with this wedding. So if she likes it, then I love it. But for me, too many red flags. And I don't see what's the rush. I don't see why. I don't know. It's just a lot of confusion for me. Now we just seal. I was liking you last season, but now this season your voice just irritates me. Secondly, the first episode you were okay with Jackie. She dismissed you at the table, and then you guys had a one-on-one sit down where you said you understand where she's coming from, blah, blah, blah. Now the way you're moving, it's like you're drinking Evelyn's Kool-Aid, and it's like you're now all of a sudden not caring for Jackie, but at the same time trying to make it seem as if that you're just being this way because you're looking out for the best interest of Brooks. I don't think that you're just looking out for the best interest of Brooks. I just think that you're just more following the click, what is popular right now, and no one is rocking with Jackie, so you don't want to rock with Jackie because you don't want to be on a sinking ship. Because at the end of the day, if they were supposed to recast or bring back persons next season and you end up to be on the sinking ship, you know your ass is going to be the one that's let go instead of Jackie. So you're like, you know what, let me just rock with Evelyn. And I don't like that about you because that's something I enjoyed with you in the first season where you seem more authentic and you rock with your own wave. Now it seems as if like you're just trying to fit in with the cool kids, and it's turning me off. And then your reasoning behind it does not make sense to me at this point. So I think you need to take a step back, or hopefully by the reunion or maybe the end of the season, you show me something else. But right now, what you're showing me, it shows that you're just trying to hang out with the cool kids, and I don't like that. Now we're going to get into the whole Brandy, Brooks, and Evelyn. No, I hate to say it's now a three-person thing because I do understand Brooks's reasoning for not rocking with Jackie because of how Jackie went on an interview and stated that she was somewhat forced into giving that apology. No, I don't like the fact that no Evelyn is trying to insert her nose and her ass and everything into it by trying to make it seem as if she does not understand why Brandy is moving the way Brandy is moving, whatever the case might be. And I think the questions that Evelyn is asking, I think those questions should maybe come from Brooke, but not basically Evelyn. Because I don't see what this has to do with her. I don't see why again, I told you Evelyn has nothing going on this season. She spoke about her clothing line in one episode and we hear nothing more about it. And as Brandy said, she needs to go focus on selling those clothes. But she is just inserting her ass in everything. And at this point, it's getting tired. It's getting annoying because on the bus, we had Brandy checking Evelyn, asking her, then the way you checked me about me inviting Jackie, why didn't you check Dr. Ayan, or whatever her last name is? Why didn't you check her about her defense to her friend Jackie? And then now Evelyn's going to make it seem like, oh, she only had one lunch with this girl and she doesn't know her and blah, blah, blah. And it does not make sense to me. I know it's maybe two somewhat different situations, but it's still a bit weird. Because I will look on it this way. If you know Brooks is hurting so much, or Brooke is hurting so much when it comes on to what Jackie did, and you're trying to be a good friend, and you know this lady is Jackie's close friend, why are you having lunch with her? And at the same time, like you're trying to bring her into the fold. So why would you want a friend of Jackie to be around Brooke? I don't care how long ago Brooke may have known that lady, but why would you want to bring her around who is a friend of Jackie who may more likely, whatever you guys discuss, go back and tell Jackie? So why is that okay for you to do something like that? Whatever the producers put you up to it, but why is that behavior excused? But with Brandy, who may be doing her job by inviting Jackie to this event because, hello, you guys are all on one show. This is not reality where she can just say, you know what, screw Jackie. You guys are all on one show, and I think that's what Brandy was trying to say, is that she's a part of the group. And Brooke was trying to say, well, she doesn't have to be, but really, she is a part of the group. She's being paid. So she has to be invited to some of these stuff, whether we like it or not. So the fact that you guys are trying to make it seem as if like there's no reason for her to be here just proves why I said this is like the Jackie Christie show, because this is now like maybe the second or third episode where we had no form of Jackie Christie in any scenes, but the only form of Jackie Christie we had in scenes is her name being mentioned in every scene of the episode. And that is just to show you, you guys cannot survive without Jackie Christie, because if Jackie Christie is not a part of the show, you guys have nothing else to discuss. Now, don't get me wrong. Jackie does some stuff where I don't rock with Jackie, and sometimes I think she do too much, where I'm like, you need to dial it back, or all of that is not necessary. But at the end of the day, you guys need Jackie Christie. And Evelyn digging up, saying that she does not care for Jackie. But if you don't care for Jackie, why would you pay a PI or get a PI to do background check on her and then come at a freaking dinner, which is not yours or even hosted by you, to then reveal information about something that happened 40, 50 years ago, where no one cares? Let's talk about now, Evelyn, what's happening in your life. Why is it that you have a reputation of basically doing what you allege that Jackie did? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your daughter that is pregnant, allegedly by the game. Let's talk about that. But no, you want to more focus on something that happened 40, 50 years ago? What sense does that make? Do you think we, the audience, care enough for something like that? We don't. So I need Evelyn to get her head out of her ass, find something fruitful going on in her life, and discuss that. And if you really have something worth discussing, and maybe the producers are not showing it or don't think it fits with the story, well, maybe you have nothing interesting going on, because I could not see for the life of me if you, a producer, would be like, no, let's not focus on your personal life. Let's just focus on your hatred for Jackie. Because to me, that's not good TV. And I don't want to watch an entire season where it's the same thing over and over, where we're not having any resolution. We already have the conflict, but we're not having any resolution. We have you discussing the same thing over and over. We still have no scene with you and Jackie bringing this information that you found out. I'm assuming that will take place next week. But we are discussing the same thing over and over, and we think we're in the second half of the season. So, what point are we going to have the resolution? Because I'm sure it's not going to be at the reunion, because you guys always use the reunion as a way to come back and find some information that Jackie supposedly did off camera, and then you guys fighting at the reunion. So, at what point in the season are we going to get the resolution? Because we have Brooke doesn't want to speak to Jackie. We have Evelyn, for whatever reason, doesn't want to speak to Jackie. We have Jaceel now following Evelyn's and Brooke's ass, where she doesn't want to rock with Jackie. We have Brandy, who seems like she may be the one who's going to actually rock with Jackie, because of that last scene where we saw now Evelyn again inserting herself in a situation where we had an discussion or arguments between Evelyn and Brandy. And again, it's Evelyn again to me, where I think you're trying too much to be supposedly that you're being a good friend or looking out for Brooke. But I really think that because, Brooke doesn't really want to discuss this, as she rightfully said, you are finding ways to make a scene happen or make something happen for you in this season. So you feel like you need to insert yourself and constantly discussing this thing. And at the same time, you're saying you're looking out for Brooke, but clearly Brooke doesn't want to speak about her daughter every single time. But you are here basically keep on bringing it up. So what is good is this doing for Brooke if you constantly bringing up her daughter in front of her? What good is this? What good is this? You're dragging this thing for the entire season where it's all about Kayla. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, I would need Basketball Wives if they do get a next season. Please get some new ladies. We don't need Evelyn's ass. I know she may bring the attention to the show because she's a part of the show and she has a name, but we don't need her. We need some new ladies who are, and I think that's what they tried to do last season, but for some reason they just picked the wrong ladies. We need some new persons who are actually have something going on in their life, and they are probably actually basketball wives or actually connected to the league in some points. But we don't need the same repetitive arguments and discussion, and then when one season doesn't work, we draw for older castmates because at that time when they were on the show was probably at the high. So maybe if we bring them back, it will bring back the no. We need new people who actually have something going on for them and actually wants progress for the show, because clearly what we have right now is persons on the show who does not care much for the show, and all they care about is arguing. I'm not seeing nothing regarding the league, not seeing nothing about them being wives. I'm not seeing, it's just the same thing over and over each episode. But let me know, guys, in the comment section what your thoughts were on the episode. And please, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week when we recap the Basketball Wives. Bye, y'all.